What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to my channel, The People's Court Tarot. So this is just like the TV show where there's two sides to every case, two sides to every story. So I pull cards to see what your grievance is, and then I pull cards to see what the other person's defense is. And then if you feel like that's your case, like if you feel like I laid out your situation and you want some resolution, then you can come over to the extended link on Vimeo and I will give you the verdict of the case. You can get like the universe's impartial judgment after hearing both sides of the story. The other thing I wanted to say is that I used to do that thing where you try to make the video perfect and it just kept me from doing videos, and I feel like I'm supposed to be doing videos and I can't get caught up in what it looks like. So for the near and dear future, I will be doing blackout screens. I hope that's not too off-putting, but yeah, I'm outside right now also, so you may hear some background noises, just so you know. Okay, I've already pulled your cards and your complaint is very clear. So this could be flipped, just so you know, like this could either be your complaint or this could be someone's complaint against you, because the energy does go vice versa. But I feel like with the overall situation, it has to do with illusions, other like past relationships, illusions of past relationships, like what really happened, well, what could happen next, well, what are we to each other? And that is a very Aquarian energy, because I feel like as I was shuffling, I kept being drawn in my mind to seeing old friendships that I've had, or friendships where you just kind of don't really know what, and Aquarius is the sign of friendship. So, okay. So your grievance is, or your complaint is, so maybe you left someone to be with someone else and now you've come back and they don't care. Or someone left you to be with someone else and now they've come back and you don't care. And it's like this person offers their body, but they hold back their feelings. So maybe this is someone who came back, who left you. And maybe I feel like they've maybe done this a bunch of times where they leave you. Maybe this is a person who it's really hard for them to show their emotions. So whenever things get too deep, too emotional, they kind of get carried away and then they get freaked out and then they leave and then they come back and they expect you to take them back and you looking like, the fuck if I will. So you're refusing to do anything, but they're just still offering you their body, or maybe it's a friends with benefit. Aquarius, friends, yes, okay. Maybe it's a friends with benefits kind of situation, or maybe they're offering that. They're like, okay, well, if we don't know how we feel like we could be fucking. So, but as far as what they really want out of the situation, not so much what you'll accept, but what they actually want, they're holding that back. They hold their feelings back, but then they act out of those same feelings that they hold back. So that's your complaint, is that this motherfucker don't. And this could also be reversed too, is that maybe they left, maybe you left them and you're coming back and you're offering your body, but you're not explaining why you left. You're not saying what you want. And maybe this person just like wants to know, like, what do you want? What are you holding back? They want the emotions that you're holding back, because it makes them or you, it could be flipped. Either it makes you wonder how the fuck you feel. Someone just needs some transparency, or vice versa, like I said. Okay. The other side of the story, the person's defense is they feel like when they're in a relationship that's happy, it's almost like a body snatcher situation. Like they don't know who they are anymore. They get possessed. They get taken over by the spirit of the relationship. And then that hurts them. And then it makes them have to like tap out, take a time out. And then they feel bad and they think about how this always happens. They're like, this shit always happens, where you have the love becomes too much, you don't have individuality. So maybe I feel like this is more Aquarian energy too, because this is a very individual energy where the person feels like, I get sucked into this relationship identity, and that I don't know who I am, and that I have to go figure out who I am alone and rest and recuperate from being absorbed into a union. And then when that happens, then you get recharged and you expect, then you want to go back into relationship, because then you know who you are, and then you know what you want to offer the relationship, and then you want to go back to the relationship, and you expect everything to be okay, but you don't quite realize the damage that you've caused by leaving, or the way in which you left. So I definitely can see both sides of this story. Okay, so pick whichever side you fall on. But on one side, a person feels like every time shit gets too deep, too hot and heavy, you leave, you come back, you want to fuck, or I want to fuck, but I don't really know what you want out of this relationship. I don't really know how you feel. You want to articulate how you feel. Even if you do articulate how you feel, you don't follow through on it because it gets too emotional, and emotions are unpredictable, and so you run. The other person is saying, yeah, but when I get into a relationship, I don't know who the fuck I am. And so you get into a relationship with the individual, and then the individual disappears, which means you're in a relationship with yourself, or with a void. And I don't want to be a void. I want to be a self. So then I have to go find myself. So I don't know how to maintain myself within relationships. So I need to go off and be quiet and be alone and individual, and like have boundaries, and figure out who I am, and where my boundaries begin, and begin or end, whatever. And then when I come back, it's all fucked up because I fucked it up. And, I don't know how to not have that cycle. That's part of what I go think about too when I have to go be by myself, is how the fuck do I keep doing this fuck shit? But it's not fuck shit to me because I need it. So maybe that's something you need to understand about me. Okay, so that's both sides of the story. I feel like I've more so channeled that. That was weird. I don't usually do it like that. But if you feel like this is your case and you want to hear the universe's gentle, objective verdict to the situation, then just come on over to Vimeo and I will give you that. Okay? Peace.